Window police.
Yeah, XQC just got swatted live on stream. I'll play the full video, but real quick, I just want to say, anybody who wants to swat or thinks this is funny, that's ridiculous. It is the dumbest thing to do ever. First of all, if you get caught doing this, you can go to jail for 10 years. And second of all, people have actually been killed because of swatting. So please do not encourage this. In no way, shape, or form is this funny or acceptable. It's sad. Now, go ahead and check out the full video of it.
Change Wi-Fi? Hello? Yes, hello. Yes, hello?
Alright.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm coming out, coming out, coming out. Hello?
What is going on?
Yes.
What?
Hands up, hands up.
Anybody else in there?
No one.
Face away from us.
Alright.
Like this?
Just like
XQC
that. Come back
gave
forward.
up. Slash DC. Hey, help!
Stop right there.
That's unfortunate.
Nobody's in it. Nobody at all. You streaming yourself? Yes, I'm streaming. I'm a live stream.
Hello? What the fuck? XQC forgot how to press W. I don't know. I mean, he didn't really do anything at this last push either. In the first, after we swapped, wasn't on the payload. He didn't. He was just up, fucking swinging his thing. Hammer. I don't know.
Did you hear us at the door?
Hello, Felix?
Is it good? Hold him back there.
Felix!
WTFFFF.
What's this door good out here?
There's a lock, that's it. There's a lock above the handle.
Who did this? I will find you.
What's your name?
So, I should probably, before we talk about anything, I think you should pull the microphone. Yeah, are you streaming? Yeah, I know.
Good.
I'll pull the microphone.
Yeah,
Am I good?
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
We'll explain what we're here up to.
Hello, 55, go 33 at the ready, 707 on Pacific and Audible. From the front seat.
Okay, looks like we actually have an update on this situation. It was not a SWAT. Bren, the Overwatch League analyst, got in contact with XQC. He said this on Twitter. Just checked on Felix. He is safe, just shook up. Ended up being a noise complaint from neighbors, not a SWAT attempt. After I checked in with management, thank God. But then we got another update from XQC himself. He went on a call with Kelvin and told us exactly what happened. He had guns pointed at him. It was a SWAT. Let's go ahead and play this clip.
Was it swatted or noise complaint? Because you're in an apartment, dude.
Yeah, it was SWAT 100%. It wasn't like noise complaint.
Oh, yikes, dude. Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm just like kind of saying, dude, they had 3 guns at me. What the fuck?
Hey, at least you didn't have rifles, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's...
I wish I was fucking Winston. I could have fucking jumped out of there. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, that's rough, dude. Well, I'm glad everything's okay, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stay somewhere else. I'm not gonna stay here, dude.
You're gonna go live somewhere else?
No, for tonight, I'm gonna sleep somewhere else. Like, I'm not gonna stay here. Someone's gonna fucking kill me.
Okay, relax, relax.
Dude, I could have died.
I know you could have died. That shit's fucking.
Dude, I could have perished. No. Okay, good night, Calvin. Peace out, my dude.
Peace, peace.
First and foremost, thank God XQC is okay. I can't imagine going through this experience. It's probably frightening as hell. I'd be shook up too if I were him. I wouldn't want to stay there either. I'd be going somewhere else to sleep too. So that's a shitty experience. I feel really bad. We have no idea who he was swatted by. Whoever it was though, you should be scared shitless, because if you get caught, and you deserve to get caught, you're going to be in big trouble, buddy. And I just want to make sure everybody seriously understands that this is not a joke. These types of things need to be taken seriously. I know we haven't had really many SWATs in the Overwatch community, which thank God, I hope we don't have any more. But this is a very serious thing, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about this story if you don't know of it yet. So this all happened about last year. It was so dumb over a stupid argument in a Call of Duty tournament for $40. It wasn't even about two teams hating each other. It was a team of 4 players, and 2 of those players on it. They've known each other for so long, but they were arguing for the dumbest things, pretty much just being toxic and blaming each other. One of the kids threatened to swat the other kid, and the dumb kid was like, oh, you won't swat me. Here's my address. And he gave the guy some random address in Kansas. And of course, that kid, he goes and contacts some friend of his that knows to swat. And that guy just randomly decided, all right, I'll swat this kid in Kansas. He basically got baited into it because the kid kept saying, oh, you don't know how to swat. You won't do it. You're a P word, you know? And of course, the guy swats him. And unfortunately, it's a random address. The police show up and some guy answers the door and he's freaking out, and the police shot him. And this guy had nothing to do with this at all. He didn't even play video games. Just, oh, it's the saddest thing ever. So some man in Kansas lost his life because of some stupid SWAT. Seriously, it is not a joke, guys. So please do not encourage anything like this. And I hope it never happens again in our community. I hope it never happens again, period. And that's it for this topic. Let's go ahead and move on now and talk about the Dallas Fuel, KyKy. First, we'll talk about the Dallas Fuel, though. They have picked up a new head coach. They just signed Aero. Now, if you guys don't know who Aero is, he's the former coach of Fusion University. He also coached FNRGFE during their contenders run of Season 0 and Season 1, so he's definitely had some good experience. ESPN dropped this leak. Jacob Wolf said this: the Dallas Fuel have hired former Fusion University player Aaron Aero Atkins as its head coach for the Overwatch League. Okay, correction there, it's not their player, it's actually the coach. Anyways, the team told ESPN the Fuel's deal with Aero will last for the remaining of Season 1, with a team option to renew for Season 2. Aero's first match as head coach will be on Wednesday against the Shanghai Dragons. So this is an interesting pickup for the Dallas Fuel. They definitely took their time, and I do gotta commend them for the deal they went with here. It's definitely smart to sign somebody just for the remainder of the season. This way you get a good feel of him, and if he isn't the right guy, it's not like you're stuck with him for a long time, or you have to let him go while he's under contract. Also, Aero is proven. As I said, he worked with FNRGFE and contenders. They did a really good job. They went all the way to the LAN, top 4 in Season 1. And then Fusion University, the North American champions. Those guys were unstoppable in NA. They even looked really good against X6 Gaming, the best Korean contenders team. And they looked really good against the British Hurricanes, the best European contenders team. So, he's done a good job. This is good for the Dallas Fuel. And a really good bonus for getting Aero, which a lot of people aren't seeing, is he actually worked with the Korean and English-speaking roster with the Fusion University. They have Alarm and Who Are You, who are both Korean, and then they have about 4 North American players. So he has experience working with those mixed culture, mixed language rosters, and that will definitely help the Dallas Fuel rather than somebody who really doesn't know much about a Korean culture or working with any of the players. My only worry is, though, that they need to give him full control. If the Dallas Fuel decide not to give Aero full control and they mess around like they did with the KyKy, it's going to be trouble. It's not going to work out. Because guess what, guys? KyKy came out yesterday on the Oversight with Monte Cristo and Thorin, basically exposed the Dallas Fuel and Hastro. He said he didn't have full control. It was really messed up. I'm going to show you guys some clips from this podcast yesterday. It's really long. I'm just going to show you guys really small parts of it so you can get the idea. If you want to check out the entire podcast, you definitely should. Thorne and Monte Cristo do a great job. I've been on it once before. I'm going to leave the link to the entire thing down below, and let's go ahead and check some of it out real quick so you guys can get an idea.
Now that you're not with them, what can you say about the time that you were there? And because on the one hand, there was this tweet which Monty's referenced many times where Hastro says something along the lines of like, you know, KyKy now has full control of the roster. But then in the AMA, I believe he implied that, like, you know, it was the other way. Like at the beginning, you had full control or something, and then towards the end, he was listening to the players. So even the timeline seemed a bit confused. So what would you say about that?
If I had to talk about control, I would say that I never really, the most control I had from beginning to end was just like maybe who was going to play week by week, but not every week. And then I didn't really have any control to change some players or add players sometimes. I mean, I don't know. Like I felt very suppressed in what I was able to do and what I was able to control. So
okay, so you didn't. The answer is you didn't have total control, like straight up. Like even things that you would think a coach does. So let's talk about this instead. Let's not try and delve into what you think Hastro was trying to do. What do you think the philosophy for running the team was based on their prior success, and do you think that affected how decisions were being made during Overwatch League?
Mike's philosophy, which I don't know if it's the right or wrong one, it doesn't really matter, but his philosophy was that he wanted a coach that was going to be like a teammate and be kind of like a teammate to the players and just like keep them in better spirits, I guess. Whereas my philosophy was like, I actually like, when I saw that like they were becoming complacent at the start of Overwatch League, I wanted to become like more and more disciplined, and that really was just kind of like shut down.
So that's just like a minute and 30 seconds of it, guys. As I said, if you want to check the full thing out, it's very long, very informative. Link is down below. Overall, though, I mean, what can I say? KyKy basically exposed Hastro. He did not give him full control, and this whole time we've been harping on KyKy for being just a friend in the team, not being an authority figure. Well, it looks like it was Hastro's fault. He literally told them just be a teammate, be a friend to them. You don't got to worry about coaching them and disciplining them. Like, are you kidding me? That makes zero sense. How on earth does Hastro think he can actually discipline them better than KyKy when KyKy is literally there 24/7 with them all day, every day, and Hastro isn't? I'm flustered. I'm angry. I'm confused. If Hastro thinks his philosophy will ever work out, he's absolutely nuts, because it's not. Aero needs full control of this roster, and if he doesn't, he's going to suffer the same exact fate KyKy did. And I feel bad for him. I hope he puts something in his contract that says, I have full control, I make the final decisions on the roster and game stuff, not Hastro, not anybody else. Jesus, man, that's crazy. I can't believe Hastro seriously had that much control over the team. It doesn't make sense. I'm not taking all the blame off of KyKy, but he definitely does deserve some slack for this. He still didn't do the best job he could have. The whole situation with ACAM and Rascal, where he basically threw them both under the bus, that was kind of dumb of him. He should not have done that, unless Hastro told him to do that too, which I don't think he did. At the end of the day, Dallas Fuel is going to be a mess. Hastro does not know what he's doing. Hopefully he's learned his lesson. The Aero deal does seem like a good one. They signed him for the rest of the season. I like that. So maybe they're heading in the right direction. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I still think they'll lose to the Shanghai Dragons, though. This really doesn't change much in my opinion. And that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about all this down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow or later tonight. Peace.